Hey, shalom, shalom, giving all glorification, honor, and praise unto Yahweh Shamar Ahmath. By Summer Kakwadash, double honor extended to the venerable apostles of the great millstone, along with the bishops and elders who rule the church well, and that's what they do. As the pillars of the church, salutations, peace, and blessings be unto the Bayas Shah Dawadah, that is the house of David, the elect. I'm Shamar Ahmath, and I'm laughing because you see what I typed into Google, right? Natural olive tree, KJV. All right. I was just looking to see what other people thought, like the Christians, like how they would answer this. Who were the trees? Who's the natural olive tree and the wild olive tree? All right. And I got a kick out of this, man. This question right here. What is the difference between olive tree and wild olive tree in the Bible? All right, it says the answer is the original tree appears to represent the nation of Israel. Okay, and its roots, the pure gospel. The wild olive branches grafted into the original tree represent the preaching of the gospel of Christ to Gentile nations and their conversion or baptism into the church of Christ. Complete bullshit, man. First of all, both olive trees is Israelites. Them branches that was broken off, Israelites. Branches grafted back in, Israelites. Okay? It's all that whole mystery that Paul is going into in Romans the 11th chapter. Those are all Israelites, man. Why were branches broken off? Okay? Well, first of all, let's prove that both the olive trees is Israel. No, I mean, the Lord never called any other nation of people outside of his chosen olive trees. Okay? And it's plural. Okay? You have two because you have two kingdoms, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Right? The house of Israel and the house of Judah. All right, so let's get Zechariah. This ain't going to be long. Zechariah 4. Zechariah 4 and 11. Okay, and it reads, Then answered I and said unto him, What are these two olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick and upon the left side thereof? And I answered again and said unto him, What be these two olive branches, okay, which through the two golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves? Okay. And he answered me and said, Knowest thou not what these be? And I said, No, my Lord. Verse 14. Then said he, These are the two anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. Okay. The two anointed ones, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, right? Pouring out the oil, all right, represents us preaching this gospel, man. Preaching this word. Okay. The two olive trees are the house, again, the house of Israel, the 10 northern tribes of the house of Judah. Okay, Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. All right, but let's get Slakia. All right, Slakia for that. Jeremiah 11. All right, let's go to Jeremiah, right? Okay. Again, no other nation of people on planet Earth is referred to as an olive tree except Israel. Who is Israel on the earth today? All right, it's you so-called blacks, so-called. All right, you so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians. All right, you Latinos, so-called, and you Native Americans, so-called. Y'all the children of Israel. Okay, and then you have the Israelite foreigners that, the ones of us mingled among the heathen who may look like the heathen. All right, y'all are the Israelites. And this Bible is for you. This Bible is not the so-called white man's book. All right, this Bible condemns the so-called white man who is Esau. All right, so in Jeremiah chapter 11 and 16, it says this. The Lord Yahweh called thy name a green olive tree, okay, fair and of goodly fruit, With the noise of a great tumult, he hath kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. Right? You got to understand, man, the northern kingdom was being all kinds of wicked, man. You read about and I know you Christians, man, y'all are scared to death of the Old Testament. But if you go and read the history, read about Israel's kings, man. Read about the northern kingdom. There wasn't one righteous king. They was all being demons, worshiping Moloch, sacrificing their sons and daughters. You know, they was into child sacrifices, being all kinds of wicked, man. Committing adultery, you know, as in they was worshiping other gods. Okay, so what did the Lord do to them? Okay, he broke them branches right off. You know, they went into the Assyrian captivity in 722 BC, roughly. You know, and the Lord wrote the northern kingdom a bill of divorce. See why they had to be grafted back in? And if you know, I'm not gonna pull up any videos and play any videos on the subject of grafting, but if just real simply put, all right, if I have an olive tree, I can't take a branch off of an orange tree and graft that in to the olive tree. It won't work. It won't grow. But I can take a branch off of an olive tree and graft it in to an olive tree. Simple, man. Okay? Hold on. Let's go back further in Jeremiah to the 3rd chapter. Jeremiah was it's like the northern kingdom was wicked, man. The house of Israel was doing pure wickedness, man. Jeremiah 3 and verse 8, and I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away. See? He put the northern kingdom away, man, for a period of time. Because when you get to the book of Romans, it talks about them. Well, actually, Hosea talks about it too. Future prophecy that Paul goes into in Romans, the 9th chapter. Eventually, the northern kingdom was grafted back in. Okay? Through Yahushua sacrifice. All right? By believing in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you grafted back in. Through faith, man. And I saw, again, Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 8, when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. See, the Lord divorced his own people, man. That's why Paul talks about in Romans the 9th chapter, the adoption, man, being brought back, being made a son again. All the Christians will say is, we can be adopted, the Gentiles, the natural Gentiles, because they don't understand there's two sets of Gentiles. There's the natural Gentiles, the 17 nations outside of Israel, and then there's Israelites acting like Gentiles. Oh yeah, the adoption is for us. No, it's not. It's all for Israel. But these secrets, these mysteries, Yahushua said the mysteries was given unto certain men. His servants, the prophets, the elect men, the 144,000. We understand the mysteries. It said, and given her a bill of divorce, yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. Right? I don't know why the hell did it do that. My phone be doing some fucked up shit, man. I got to get a new one. I keep saying that. I just need to go get a new phone. Because this screen is so damn cracked, and it's hard for me to read. When I'm reading articles, sometimes I stammer and stutter, is because like there's black spots on the phone, because it's been dropped so many times. Anyway. Verse 9, and it came to pass through the likeness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and stocks. Right. They was setting up idols, man. Idols of wood and stone, stones and stocks, making idols, worshiping them, bowing down to them, being demons, being wicked, right? Committing adultery. In other words, worshiping other guys, man. Verse 10, and yet for all this, her treacherous sister Judah have not turned unto me with her whole heart, but feignedly, saith the Lord. Right? Yahweh. Verse 11, and the Lord Yahweh said unto me, the backsliding Israel have justified herself more than treacherous Judah. Okay, so anyways, Israel, the northern kingdom was cut off, man. All right? And ultimately, did not Judah Judah, it says Judah played the harlot also, so Judah went off. Salakia. But anyways, the Lord just totally cut off the northern kingdom, right? For a season. Let's go to, let's see. Where do I want to go next? Well, we can go to Hosea. We'll go to Hosea. This is real impromptu. Like I said, I just typed that in. And, because that was just something I was thinking about. I was just thinking about that mystery. The olive trees, the branches that were broken off, the wild olive tree. I was just thinking about that, so I just typed that into Google to see what would come up. See some of the questions these people are asking. Yeah, man. Both olive trees is Israel. The anointed ones are Israel. The prophets dumping out that oil, man. That's the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges teaching. All right, Hosea 1. Let's get to this. Hosea 1. Read about it. Hosea 1. I'm just going to start at the top, man, in verse 1, okay? Hosea chapter 1 and verse 1. The word of the Lord Yahweh that came unto Hosea the son of Berai, all right, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the sons of Joash, king of Israel. And again, there wasn't no righteous kings among the kings of Israel. None of them did the right thing. They all did evil on the side of the Lord. All right. It says, the beginning of the word of the Lord Yahweh by Hosea. And the Lord Yahweh said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord Yahweh. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. Okay? And it shall come to pass at that day, verse 5, that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. Verse 6, and she conceived again and bare a daughter, and Yahweh said unto him, call her name Laruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. See? He utterly took them away. The house of Israel. All right, the 10 northern tribes. Okay? Verse 7 says, but I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord Yahweh their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Right? Because it's going to be a spiritual deliverance. All right? The way he's delivering Judah is not with, physical weaponry. Right? No army on this earth is going to, be used to deliver Judah. Now when she had, verse 8, now when she had weaned Laruhamah, she conceived and bare a son, and said, Yahweh call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. See? Oh, you had Judah, going into captivity in 587 or 585, somewhere around there, and they fell to the Babylonians, but then they was returned, to the land. All right. But the 10 northern tribes was totally out of there, man. Well, you had, like the apostles mentioned quite often, actually, you had you had a remnant of some of the northern tribes in the land when Yahushua was on the scene. All right. But, many of them wicked Jews, when Yahushua came, again, of the house of Judah, many of them wicked Jews didn't believe on Yahushua. Not all of them, but many of them didn't. Okay? They didn't believe in him. So again, the wild olive tree, the natural olive tree, both olive trees, all the branches that were broken off, that's all talking about Israelites, man. Ultimately, ultimately the northern kingdom was brought back, man. That's what the adoption is about. And all of us had to be brought back, man. Again, because we all went off. Judah went off and played the harlot too, man. So all Israel went off. Okay? Let's see, there's something else in Hosea. What is it? Hosea 14? Yeah, this talks about the northern kingdom getting that mercy, right? Hold on. Oh, man. Let's see. Here we go. Hosea 14 and 4. I will heal their backsliding. I will love them freely, for my anger is turned away from him. Okay? It says, I will be as the dew unto Israel. He shall grow as the lily, talking about the northern kingdom, and cast forth his roots as Lebanon. Verse 6, his branches shall spread, and his beauty shall be as the olive tree. See? And his smell is Lebanon. Yep. Verse 7, they that dwell under his shadow shall return. They shall revive as the corn and grow as the vine. The scent thereof shall be as the wine of Lebanon. Ephraim, all right, the head of the northern kingdom, Ephraim, Pariam, okay, in the ancient Hebrew. Pariam shall say, what have I to do anymore with idols? See? Ephraim, come back to the Lord, man. Put down them idols. And that's what we all have done. Put away our idols. Put away that Jesus Christ idol. Put away whatever it is, man. Put away that Kaaba stone. Whatever it is, man. All right. Ephraim, all right, Pariam shall say, what have I to do anymore with idols? I have heard them and observed them. I am like a green fir tree. For me is thy fruit found. Okay. So Ephraim, the house of Israel, the 10 northern tribes are being made fruitful again. Obtaining mercy, man. Being grafted back in. I know this is simple, but it's necessary. See, that's why when you get to Paul, Paul quotes out Hosea 1. Paul quotes out Hosea 1 in Romans the 9th chapter. And then in Romans 11, he goes into that's when he goes into, those branches. Talking about the natural branches and the wild, olive tree. I really could pick it up in verse 17 and read down to, let's pick it up. Romans 11 and verse 17. And if some of the branches be broken off, and again, that was those branches that was broken off, that was the house of Israel. It says, and thou, being a wild olive tree, wert grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root and fatness of the olive tree. Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou wilt say then, verse 19, the branches were broken off that I might be grafted in. Well, verse 20, because of unbelief they were broken off, and now standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if Yahweh spare not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. Right? Them natural branches, them natural branches that's talking about Judah, the northern kingdom. All right, behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of Yahweh on them which fell severity. But toward thee goodness, if thou continued in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off. And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in. For Yahweh is able to graft them in again. See, again, you can't. This is all talking about Israel, man. Again, that might be the title of it. The olive trees, the branches, the wild olive trees, the natural branches, they all Israelites. Verse 24, for if thou wert cut out of the olive tree which is wild by nature, and were graft contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these which be the natural branches be grafted into their own olive tree, right? And branches that was broken off, man, that was the northern kingdom. That wild olive tree, that was the northern kingdom. Okay? And yeah, man, the whole house of Israel went off. All right, but again, man, the Lord never wrote Judah a bill of divorce. He did write the northern kingdom bill of divorce, but we're in those times now where he's bringing all of us back, Lord willing, we're part of that number. All of us is coming back into the sheepfold, man. And both kingdoms is being, reunited. Reunited, and it feels. Ooh, that's a throwback. Well, that's like from the 70s. I can't remember. Or it might be the early 80s. I don't know who's saying it. And I can't sing shit. I'm pretty good dancer, though. But I'm not a very good singer. I used to actually could hold a tune. But I guess over the years, hey, you know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. But anyways, throw in some humor. Well, hold on. Let's read verse 25. Actually, we'll go down to, man, see, this whole thing is beautiful, man. And Paul's on such a spiritually high level. You have to have discernment when reading his words. Even Apostle Peter said that, man. In 2 Peter's the 3rd chapter, he talked about Paul writing things that were sometimes hard to be understood. Paul was on some type of level, man. All right, verse 25, for I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, right? And again, he only reveals these secrets to his servants, the prophets. I think that's Amos chapter 3 and verse 7, 6 or 7. It says that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits. That blindness in part has happened to Israel, okay, until the fullness of the Gentiles be coming. That's them Israelite foreigners. That's them, branches that was broken off being grafted back in. That's them Israelite foreigners. The lost sheep being called Greeks and Gentiles and Grecians. Verse 26, this proves it right here, man. And so all Israel shall be saved, because ultimately all Israelites are going to be saved when the kingdom of heaven is established. You have to have the 2/3 that die on this side, that perish in the lake of fire. But, after their judgment, they're going to be born again into the kingdom. All right, being good, having the law, such commandments, written in their inward parts. Ungodliness is going to be turned away from Jacob, man. It says right here, it says, so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written. And this is written in Isaiah 59th chapter. There shall come out of Zion the deliverer, talking about Yahushua, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob, not the heathens. So everything he's talking about in this chapter, Gentiles, the wild olive tree, the branches broken off, the natural branches, the good olive tree, that's all talking about Israelites, man. Verse 27, for this is my covenant unto them when I shall take away their sins. Right? My covenant to them, unto them, right? Israel. All covenants, Romans 9. Lord willing, you was edified. With that, I want to say shalom.